Previously on the Keynote, the contestants arrived to the mansion in Tampa, Florida, and immediately after getting settled in, got their first dose of Delatoro's rigorous boot camp training. Immediately following, they enjoyed a gourmet meal and got rest for a challenging first day of activities. The contestants competed in Delatoro's signature Quick on the Quotes challenge. Bernie almost went to the cellar. Dennis got stopped in his tracks. Nikki unleashed her inner warrior, while Sean DeRoe took the mic with his smooth, confident, and clear delivery message. Later, the contestants had to show their stuff to their first live audience at a local Toastmasters club. Vicky's rant made Delatoro start her over in front of the entire audience, while Mel's smooth and passionate presentation won over guest expert Monica Woodford. Jenny Olden's high energy was met with some strong critique, and Sir Charles Carey had his first encounter with Delatoro in the cellar. So get ready, right here and right now, it's time for the Keynote.
Welcome to the Keynote. I'm Delatorro McNeal II, peak performance expert, best-selling author, and renowned keynote speaker. You're getting ready to journey into the lives of 9 people from all across the country who are coming to spend the week with me in this multi-million-dollar mansion so I can teach them how to become full-time speakers and authors, trainers, and coaches.
Public speaking is still the #1 fear in America, Canada, and other parts of the world. You're about to journey into the lives of 9 brave souls from extremely diverse backgrounds who all aspire to become professional speakers and authors in the lucrative industry of personal and professional development.
I really want to leave my day job. It's time for me to take that next step.
I believe that this is the moment that I've been waiting for.
These 9 contestants have come from all across America to have the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be mentored by one of the best in the business today. They'll spend 5 days and nights in this multi-million-dollar mansion, being treated like royalty and enjoying the opulent lifestyle of top professional speakers, all while being trained, coached, and mentored by Delatorro McNeal himself. They all have one goal in mind: to become the Keynote. Each contestant hopes to prove to Delatoro that they have what it takes to earn a coveted keynote speaking opportunity at Delatoro's annual Leaderpreneurship Conference, the Full Throttle Experience. Over the course of 5 days, these contestants will be learning insider secrets as Delatoro shares his coveted 12-step blueprint for building a $1 million speaking empire.
Not only is he great, but he pours his greatness into other people.
It was a good learning process, being with your peers, although it is a competition.
While being coached and mentored by Delatoro and his esteemed professional colleagues, these contestants will be pushed to the limits as they are tasked with impromptu challenges, exercises, and experiences that will get them one step closer to being Delatoro's personal protege for 1 year. Who will crack under the pressure? Who will win the hearts of their audiences? Who will overcome their fears? Who will become the Keynote?
Everyone in the room, please put your hands together for the winner of tonight's wonderful award, Miss Nikki Wilson.
There's a duel going on inside my head. There's that part that's thinking, oh, I shouldn't say this, but then there was that other part that said, no, this is important, that you need to stand your ground and provide value and not underbid yourself. So even though there was 3 people judging me on what I was offering, I stood my ground.
Congratulations, everybody. You did a phenomenal job tonight. All of you all played full out, and I'm extremely proud of you, and I'm excited about this journey that we're on together. So when you get back, get some rest, because tomorrow morning, it's on and popping. For tomorrow morning's task, we are going to be hopping back in the minibus, and we're going to be driving to a local career high school where each of you all will be giving a 5-minute presentation to over 300 high school students, faculty, and staff. I need you to shine. I need you to be at your A game, because this is what it's all about. Making a difference. Today in session, you learned how to make money. Tomorrow morning's about making a difference. Let's do it together as the keynote. All right, it's day number 3 of the keynote, and we are really excited. We are heading to a high school. The contestants have to give a 5-minute presentation, a tag team, inspirational, entrepreneurial message to the students, faculty, and staff at a really wonderful high school, a career high school here in the Bay Area. And so what I'm looking for this morning is I'm looking for how well they can package their message in a succinct, short amount of time and say a lot to inspire the next generation, to inspire these young people to achieve their dreams and to make their dreams a reality.
It's fearful. I'm fearful a little bit because I really haven't talked to a lot of youth per se, but I'm feeling confident that I can make this happen, because in my mindset I'm thinking that it's not about me, it's about them, and it's whatever I can give to them to help them out today.
I really want to inspire them to be the best that they can be. So I'm thinking that I'll be able to put something together, hopefully, that at least will resonate with a few of them.
They have so much opportunity and possibilities, and I want to share with them how I had a very awkward moment when I was their age and how I was able to prevail. So I'm really excited to get out there and speak to them.
I understand the great wealth and possibilities for our youth, for the next generation. I think it's an opportunity for me and other members of the cast to influence and inspire these young people in the most positive way, because young people are so open to learning new ideas, and it might just be that this one idea we share with them today could be the game changer for their entire rest of their life.
I'm not just stepping up in front of this young group to work on my skills. I'm stepping up to hopefully change a life.
This is Mr. Lerone Benjamin, D.W. Waters, Career Center, and this is the man with the plan. This is the man when I was in high school. He was over an organization called the Tampa Bay Mail Club, and they gave me a scholarship to get me started at Florida State. And so it's an honor to be back now here at his high school, inspiring the lives of young people. So we got the contestants getting ready to get off the minibus, and we're getting ready to go in and impact the lives of a couple hundred students and faculty and staff, right, Lerone?
Exactly. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready.
This is the real deal. Now, here's the way this is going to work. I am not going to come in and introduce each one of y'all individually. I'm going to make you do that. So we're going to start from Charles, and we're going to go all the way down. I want you guys to split up culturally. I want you to split up culturally so that they can hear a diverse message. But as soon as you're done, I want you to introduce your friend. So in other words, Charles will then introduce the person that's right next to them. Does that make sense? So I'm not gonna come up like I did last night at Toastmasters. I'm gonna make you guys MC this. I'm gonna start it, and you're gonna finish it. So after the last person goes, you will bring me back up. We'll say thank you to everybody. Boom. Michelle is gonna be in the center, giving you a countdown. Okay, Michelle, you're gonna give them a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. As soon as you see this fist, finish. Don't go on another 30 seconds, finish. Respect each other's time. Does that make sense? You all are doing this as a team. Respect each other's time, respect each other's presentation. Let's get these folks in and out, and let's change lives in 1 hour. Can we do it? Yes. What is this show called?
The Keynote.
I can't hear it. What is this show called?
The Keynote.
Let's do this thing, guys. Let's make it happen. Let's rock, okay?
Good morning, cheaters. Good morning. I'm going to introduce Dale right now. Come on in, Dale. Delatorro McNeal.
Here's what's important. Here's what's special that I need you to understand. I'm not an entertainer, and I'm not an athlete. I'm a professional speaker, I'm a best-selling author, I'm a peak performance expert. I travel the world. I was labeled an at-risk youth right here in Hillsborough County in the 5th and 6th grade, told that I wasn't gonna amount to anything because my mom and dad divorced when I was 2. So if you come from a challenging background and you don't have that tight relationship with both your parents, or you have this going on at home or that going on at home, I can relate, been there, done that. I was told in the 6th grade that I would never be successful. But guess what? Earlier this year, Joel Osteen told my story on worldwide television to over 20 million viewers. I don't tell you that to impress you. I tell you that to impress upon you a principle. I've brought a team of folks here to help you become successful. In this room, I need to know how many cheetahs want to be mega successful. Somebody say, oh yeah. I'd like to introduce you to an awesome young man who comes all the way from the metropolitan DC, Baltimore area. This is a powerful young man with an incredible story. He's a 2-time cancer survivor, and he's overcome some of the most tough challenges in life, and he lives to talk about it all across the country. I need you guys to give an awesome cheetah welcome to my main man, Mr. Charles Carey. Put your hands together for him.
When you see their eyes rolling in their head, because now they're either starting to dream, starting to identify, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that can compare to that, because you know you've reached them. Now, what the outcome is, you're not responsible for the outcome, just the effort. That means the effort was right, you know, and I love it. And like Del said, it's a great feeling.
You know, many people go to school, they were told to go to school, get good grades, and then get a good. Oh, you heard that same story. Yeah, isn't that wild? And I've done so many things in life, and I'll be quite honest with you, I was not a great student. I was not. So I've been in movies, I've recorded music, I've written books, I've done a lot of things only to find out where the magic is, where my sweet spot is. And once I found it, oh, what a joy. There is not a dollar that can compare to you being in your gift. The next, I would like to bring up a young lady that has a phenomenal story. She's my accountability partner, and I'm sure she's going to share some fantastic things with you, so I won't spoil it. Let's give a large round of applause to Nikki Wilson.
I heard an interesting quote from Walter Bond where it says, if you practice it enough, then when you read the audience, then you can tweak it while it's there. I'm not quite there yet, but I do think there's a fine line where you want people to immediately register that you're making that connection.
I lived in 5 different states, went to 5 different high schools, 3 different grade schools, and it was universal that I was the most hated person in gym class. So I ask you, how many of you have ever had one of those moments where you just bombed at something? Brave souls, yeah? Maybe failed a test, maybe had some kids pick on you. Well, let me tell you something. Don't ever give up. Because the experience I had being picked on at school made me fired up, made me strong, and I wanted to prove them wrong. Now I'd like to introduce another champion, the fabulous, the outstanding, the wealth warrior, Mr. Sean Dureau.
Here's my story. I was sitting right there where you are. I was looking at me, listening to this same guy telling me this same story, and I wasn't getting him. You know, because school wasn't that big of a priority to me. Matter of fact, 25, 26 years ago, if Def Punk would have been out, that Get Lucky would have been my theme song. Because everything was about me getting lucky in my grades, getting lucky with the girls, getting lucky in sports. It was all about getting lucky, but I came to find out that life is not about luck, it's about preparation.
This is a lot more valuable than any type of compensation that we can receive, because we are literally imparting into somebody that can save the world, change how we see things in the next 10, 15 years. And what we set up on that stage could have reverberated and caused them to bring whatever is inside of them out. So who knows, somebody in that crowd could have said, hey, 15 years, 20 years later, I wasn't going to do something, or I was about to quit, but this group came in and they spoke to us. So that's a huge, huge responsibility.
Bringing next on the stage, I have an incredible opportunity to bring up an exciting coach, and Coach Jenny's about to rock your life. So help me welcome Coach Jenny.
As far as my connection feeling younger, as far as the group was concerned, you know, it's interesting. I was telling Sean that I stayed away from what my achievements are or were because I have done so well. I got good grades in school. I got over a 4.0 GPA. I got a 3.9 in college. I did everything I was supposed to. And I heard a lot of stories about like bad things that happened or very like influential things. I mean, I didn't smoke weed and miss my graduation. I didn't have a baby at 16. I didn't have cancer. I didn't have all these horrible things. You know what I find interesting is that we all have dreams when we're young. When I was sitting in your place, there was big things I wanted to do. But society told me there was a certain path that I had to follow. So I followed that path. I went to high school, got good grades, went to college, got good grades, paid nothing to go to college, played sports, did awesome, came out of school, got a career in sales. I make 6 figures in sales. I'm not even 30. Isn't that great? Yeah, okay, cool. But so what? I recently turned down a $20,000 advance in my career to follow my dream. And what I realized after is it doesn't matter. It's your story and it's how you can touch their lives with your story. And so that's where I feel like I held back because I didn't give them what was my story. I felt like I couldn't tell them that. Although I was the youngest, it didn't matter. I feel like I didn't connect the way I could have because I didn't have like a bad story to share.
Yeah, not necessary, because you know what? Because it could have been another Jenny O out there.
Right.
And she's sitting there saying, well, I make good grades. I'm doing exceptionally well. You know, I had to come to this school because it's the only one in the area. But I don't really want to share about my good grades because everybody's done had babies or, you know, got caught smoking weed in the bathroom or something, you know?
Thank you for sharing that.
And that's a great thing about it. And I think because it's such diversity, and that's what gives us the strength. It's like, you know what, my feet could never be my hand, my eyes can never be my knee, but all of it has quality, and I need it all functionally working together in order to make me move. Well, that's what the Keynote is. That's what we are. All of us come from different entities, different backgrounds, different situations, but it comes together to make one powerful Keynote team.
You got Ira Funderburk. He's an old guy, but I'll tell you what, with that gray hair brings wisdom and brings truth into your life. So here he comes. Welcome, Ira Funderburk.
My name's Ira, pardon me. My name's Ira Funderburk. I'm here to talk to you about your careers. You know, talking in front of these students, I was nervous as hell getting up there. Before I got here, I really wasn't sure how I was going to relate to them or get through to them. But just sitting there, watching all these other great guys get up there, doing such a great job. And then Dale came over. He said, you know, you're losing. We're losing some of the people over in the right-hand corner back here. And I looked back, and there's a bunch of them slumping in their seats and stuff. And I thought to myself, I said, how are you going to break through that? And my crazy self came out and said, get up there and be crazy, baby.
Y'all ready to get real? What? Are you ready to get real? Tell me you get real.
Some of y'all out there saying, what is this old white dude gonna tell me? Yeah, I'm old. I'm an old dog, D-A-W-G. Well, let me tell you something. I've been learning tricks all my damn life. Yeah, I ain't had nothing easy-handed to me. I've been working my tail off all my life. I picked cotton when I was in high school to earn money at 3 cents a pound. You know how much damn cotton it takes to make 3 cents? You think I'm kidding you? Hell no, I ain't kidding you. Well, you got it. Say, I got it. Are we real? This old white dude, the old dog, got tricks. All of you got your tricks. Use them. Be the best you can be at whatever thing you do. I don't think I'm going to change the thinking and what I'm going to do in my direction as far as a business. But giving back to students, young people like this, impacted me huge. Yeah. And yeah, I'm thinking about I'm going to do some give back to schools. Go to schools and offer my services of telling them what I can tell them and leaving them some stuff, giving them some feedback. I got to introduce somebody that I am so happy to introduce. This lady, she's going to tear you up. I mean it. She's going to get in your face because this woman has done so much with her life and continues to grow and expound and get better and better and better. Please help me welcome Ms. Vicki Carpenter Duncan.
Well, what my emotions was like when they started and when we started and when we finished, I tell you, I was already had such a high because just hearing my other fellow keynote speakers go before me and just listening to what they said to the kids passionately, sharing their stories, it just had me on a high going up on stage and coming after Ira, oh my God.
I got pregnant with my first child at the age of 16. So that means that I was in high school, right? Can anybody relate to my story already? All right, where you at? All right. I got pregnant at the age of 16. And then on top of that, it was like, it just overtook me. Because at the same time, I was going to one of the great big high schools here in Tampa, Florida. And you know something? I had made it for the co-captain of the dancerette team. So it's like, okay, I made this. And never in the history, I was a junior at that time, and never in the history had that ever happened that someone became the co-captain of a dancerette squad at the age of 16 at that school. So then I'm pregnant. So, but I made a decision to keep my child and have my child. But you know what? I said, I'm not going to let this hold me back.
Making a difference in somebody else's life and being a younger person's life, it's almost like vicariously you're getting a second chance in life because you walk through the experience of it. You know, like I share with them that I got pregnant at the age of 16 and had my daughter, my first child, at 17. And when the young ladies raised their hand and there was like 5, 6, 7 of them going through the same thing or have gone through the same thing, but it just was awesome to be able to tell them that they could do it again, and then they received it and it appeared that they were ready to go forth and do it again. It just felt like I had a second chance through them.
Thank you, and I'm gonna introduce to you a wonderful lady. This lady got so much passion and she's got so much love, but I want you to just bring it down for me. Say, shh. I'm gonna bring to you Bernie Volkman. I want you to sup at every word she got to say to you. Bernie?
Step out of your comfort zone. That's the biggest thing. When I was in high school, even though I was told I was stupid, I went starting into nursing school at night. I took prerequisite courses for the RN course. Oh, you're stupid. You're stupid. No, I'm going to do this. You've got to go ahead and just go for it. Do not let people define you. Do not let people define you.
Just a wonderful inner glow. I just felt so much better. Of course, I've always been a person to help people, being a nurse. I mean, that's just the way we are. We're very giving, nurturing. So I felt like I was nurturing young people, and hopefully they will be able to pay it forward to others. And it's great to be able to speak to young people, because I'm not usually around young people that much.
It is my distinct honor to introduce Mr. Dennis Burke, and he is kind of getting to be a soulmate because I was born in Ireland and he is Irish, so we're kind of getting to be good friends. So he is an entrepreneur extraordinaire, and I am pleased to introduce Mr. Dennis Burke.
Well, like I said in the speech, I wanted to speak to them like I would speak to my own children. And I promise you it's not easy with teenagers because they don't always want to listen to their dad. But at the same time, if you repeatedly inspire them and you repeatedly encourage them, then they will be more apt to respond at some point along the way.
How are you guys doing? My name is Dennis Burke. I was born and raised in a small island off the coast of Ireland, and if it has anything to do with being successful and being where you're raised, I can tell you right now it doesn't. Where you came from and who you are, what the color of your skin, it doesn't make any difference. How many of you guys have dreams, want to succeed and become really somebody in this world? I want to tell you right now, I'm speaking to you like a parent, because at home I have teenagers, twins, boy and girl, 13 years of age, and a 17-year-old daughter. I would like now to introduce to you my fellow keynoter and friend, Pastor Mel Keys.
The time I was in 6th grade, they flagged me for gifted and talented. I actually became a valedictorian. But somewhere between 6th grade and middle school, I got it twisted. Started settling. Started fitting in. Started following instead of leading. Didn't listen to the parents over my life, the coaches in my life, and started doing what everybody else was doing. Almost cost me my life. Could I tell you that when I graduated high school, I didn't even go to my graduation because I wanted to hang with my friends and go get high.
I'm making a commitment to include this in my schedule, at least on a quarterly basis. Like Dale, not to make a dollar, but to make a difference. It was inspiring. I've never been in that particular environment before. Even as a pastor, I speak to youth regularly, but not in that capacity.
Thank you all so much for giving love to every single one of the speakers. Did you enjoy everybody? Did you learn something? Come on, clap it up. Let them know how much you appreciate them, y'all. And give it up for all your faculty and your staff for even organizing this for y'all.
It was awesome. Every speaker touched on a subject that was true to what's happening at our school and with our students. It is unbelievable the insight that the speakers had into the hearts of our students and where they are.
His cast that he brought in today, to just let them know that they can not be last, but they can be first in their lives. He has a vision for all of us, and we have a purpose in life. And as I say oftentimes, I remember it with Mrs. Morgan, we're on assignment, and our assignment is to save lives and make an impact in our students.
One thing I took from this is to be a leader and really believe in yourself and find your purpose, and to always strive and do your personal best.
I learned that if you want something in life, you have to go for it. You can't let no one stop you. The only person that can stop you is yourself.
You gotta believe in yourself before you put your beliefs into everyone else. You gotta believe in yourself and go for after what you want.
You have to focus on your main goals and your dreams to become successful.
Even though you come from a bad neighborhood or you don't have everything together, that doesn't mean you gotta be stopped or you gotta let that be a brick wall in your life. You can still make it and become something and be someone.
Don't tell me you can't change a life in 5 minutes, because all 9 of you just did it. So you should put your hands together for yourselves. Wow, everybody, we are just leaving D.W. Waters Career High School, and man, I'm telling you, it was absolutely amazing. I mean, just every one of the contestants did a phenomenal job. I mean, I went on the bus and they're literally in tears talking about how much of a difference they felt like they made in the lives of these young people. And that's really what it's all about. I mean, we went to this venue to give back to the community. It's one of the oldest high schools in the city of Tampa. We didn't want any money for it. We didn't want to sell any product. We didn't want to do anything except give back to these young people. Making a difference. That's really what it's all about. What I love about this industry is that making a difference never gets old. People say, man, well, doesn't it get old when people come up to you asking for autographs or asking for product or books or tapes or resources or just screaming your name or whatever? Making a difference, my friend, never gets old. Because when you commit your life to making a difference, I love something that my mentor, Dr. John C. Maxwell says. He says, when you commit your life to making a difference, making $1 is really not that hard. I'm going to say that again. He said, when you commit your life to making a difference, making $1 is not that hard. So every time I get in front of a new audience, a fresh group of people that I've never met before, my number one goal is to get in front of that group and make a tremendous difference. And because I've learned to do that pretty well, I get to make dollars. As you speak, as you coach, as you consult, as you publish, make sure that you make your money, but make your money by making a difference. Know who needs you. Does that make sense? Right. Okay? And even Vicky. Vicky's, she's like, my focus and my passion is more towards new students who are coming out of cosmetology school, barber school. Those that are new, not necessarily vets, even though I could talk to them. I want to niche it a little bit tighter. Does that make sense? Right. You know, all of you all, I could give you all examples of how this flows, but it works the same way. So who are the people that are already wowed by your current success? You're just the way you're flowing right now. They'd be floored to know that story. Dennis, maybe you need to be focusing more on international groups and organizations. Maybe you need to be finding out how you can go and speak and train immigrants who are migrating into America. How can you get a government contract to train immigrants on how to succeed in America? Who are the people that will be amazed and inspired by the obstacles that you've already overcome? Who are the people whose pain you automatically identify with just because of what you've been through? So Sean could take a concept like, he could take a financial concept and so I'll talk about, it's called the wealth shift. The wealth shift for the newly divorced. You know how many people would show up to that workshop? And you step up and you say, you know what, none of us. And you say, you know what, none of us went into marriage thinking that it wasn't going to work. So I'm sorry for what you experienced, but I'm here to help you shift and rebuild and get your life back and move forward. And love your family and take care of your friends at the same time. So the USP is all about how you position, how you package, and how you put, So who are the people that are already amazed and wowed by what you've overcome? Does that make sense? Yes. Number 4, who are the people that would want to learn from your accomplishments? Who are the folks that when you think about what you've achieved, what you've built, who are the folks that would want to learn that? Mm-hmm. There's tons of folks that would want to learn how to get into corporate America. Mm-hmm. How do you start offering that workshop? Mm-hmm. Nikki, maybe you really need to just go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to put out, because I already told you this, I'm just waiting for you to do it. So a cellar conversation is probably going to happen pretty soon. Because I told Nikki she needs to start a meetup group for unemployed veterans. Because her company name is called Warriors Creating Wealth. Tell me how freaking I could turn this table over. You could create a mentorship program with successful veterans and partner them with unemployed veterans, just like SCORE does, where retired executives mentor new entrepreneurs. You could create a mentorship program to tie one to the other. Are you kidding me? And that's all she does. She looks, 3 months later, I'm still waiting. Just,
No, not after this week. Not after this week.
All right, the age-old question, who's better, men or women? Well, let's see. In this particular activity, I want to see who can really race for the content and come back and give the best team presentation. That's right. They have to work together as a team and each member has to give a portion of the presentation. So let's see who does better, the men or the women. They say men are from Mars, Women are from Venus. Let's see who can give the better presentation. Let's see who really wants to be the keynote. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I don't know about you, but this whole day has been absolutely amazing. Wouldn't you agree? Yes. And it's just about to get even more amazing. One of the most important keys to being an amazing keynote speaker is your ability to work well with other speakers. It is critically important as a keynoter and as the keynote that you understand your role in the overall conference, convention, retreat, or event. So as a keynoter, it's my job to work well with the other keynoters that are also on the same program. So that way we give the entire conference experience and the meeting planner an amazing overall conference. Not just a strong opening or a strong close, but an overall incredible conference experience. Does that make sense? Yes. So the question really becomes, who's better at working as a group and working in teams to give the best team presentation? We're about to find out. For the first time, we're going to divide you up into two teams. I'd like the men on the left and the ladies on the right. Please go now. So we've got 5 gentlemen and we've got 4 ladies. All right. Here is your assignment. You are going to have 20 minutes to run. Did I say walk or run? Run. You have 20 minutes to go throughout the mansion as a group. As a group, which means you have to go everywhere you go together. You have exactly 20 minutes to go throughout this mansion and find content to build a team presentation. You will find props and visuals, and you will meet me back here in 20 minutes with props and visuals and a 5-minute presentation prepared and ready to deliver. Men, you all will be preparing a presentation on a theme. Ladies, you will be doing the same. Men, your theme is leadership. Women, your theme is entrepreneurship. So the actual title of your message can be anything under the leadership brand, under the entrepreneurship brand. Your 20 minutes begins right now. Meet me back here in 20 minutes. On your mark, get set, go.
It wasn't difficult when we did the team event, men versus women. The reason being is that the guys and the girls in this case, we've always all formed a really good, tight-knit association.
Is there something that's hidden somewhere that we're supposed to find?
Here's
How do you feel about the kitchen?
Either the kitchen or Mel and I have been playing with a game, ping pong or a pool.
We have some very strong leaders, period, male and female. But when we broke up and we split into the male and the women leaders, our group, for the most part, was led by my good friend, Sean DeRoe.
And we can utilize that as some type of leadership.
Right.
Now, but I'm saying something that's simple, that we take a utensil.
Let's go with the ping pong. I'm thinking, because the ping pong, you can't play the game without the ball. Or are you being pushed around by the paddle? Leadership, choose it. I'm just playing off on that.
And can you get over the net?
Can you get over the net?
Well, I challenged him because I didn't feel that it wasn't easy for us to rally behind Sean initially because I didn't feel his idea was consistent or that it was clear. But they immediately encouraged me to continue to challenge them because we wanted to get this thing right.
All right, now what about our props?
We go get the ping pong paddles in the ball.
What else?
What else?
Let's see what else we find.
You want to compare that to the kitchen, though?
Yes, let's look at both.
Because there's a lot of leadership that you can offer in the kitchen of the assignment as a whole, what the meal you're trying to prepare. Someone's on dishes, someone's on cleanup, someone's on preparation, someone's slicing and dicing. Bring it all together. Everybody contributed.
That's a better idea, I think.
Yeah, I like that idea. But don't you have to have the content? If I'm understanding the rules, the props.
Utensils are in the kitchen.
Yeah, but it's simpler if you have, ping pong is simpler. We could paddle balls.
Harder to fill 5 minutes with ping pong because there's not as much to do. But
Not necessarily.
Well, then let's make a decision. It's 5 of us, so.
Okay.
So.
Majority rule.
Can we bring in, get a saucepan and put in a knife and steak knife or put stuff in plates?
Let's do it.
I'm back to the ping pong because it's the concept. It's the concept that we want to talk about. The props are just an added benefit.
That's what I'm saying.
Concept we can build off of anything. It doesn't matter what it is. And games are great concepts.
Let's go. We'll move. Let's go get the paddles.
On your mark, get set, go.
Our project was about entrepreneurship, and we had to find things throughout the mansion to represent what entrepreneurship meant to us. You know how you always tell us to give 3 topics, right? Right. You know, give 3 topics in your speech. So let's find 3 items in the house that represents our product that we just made. Bring our product, speak from our product, and use the representative of the 3 things that we found in the house.
Okay, so what kind of things can we find to prove points? Like what points do we want to make?
Okay, so let's take Bernie. Your book is about confidence. Find 3 strong things in the house that represent confidence.
Yeah,
Some
but
rocks,
able to go to those
shells.
in a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I'm just saying we can just pick those 3 things.
All right, all right.
Here are the 3 things that represent strength to me. The rock, the blah, 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 blah.
But how does it represent strength to them? Good? Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay. You follow? Yeah. Okay.
And coming up with one presentation, dealing with four speakers, it was not a diva fest. We were team players. We focused on each other's strengths and focused on our products and worked together to create a great presentation.
More sources to represent your strengths.
2 more sources to represent my strength. Okay, so we're talking about
We said the knife, and what else can we find in the house that's really quick? What about a pillow? What about, look at this. Remember the pillow? We talked about how you did, remember yesterday when we were talking about how you showed the feminine strength?
Oh yeah.
The pillow, and then what other thing? One other thing.
Hands down, without a question, the team leadership role for the men's or the women's challenge was Vicky. I mean, Vicky definitely created the spark for everything in terms of giving us the initial idea. And obviously the second person would be Jenny, because she kind of tightened it up towards the end.
Because see, we're gonna have to run together to get these items.
Yes. Yeah.
So one more thing. One more thing.
Well, guys are here, pillows here.
What about a mirror?
Mirror, I got a mirror.
You got to see yourself.
Yeah.
Being strong.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Okay.
I think the leader was twofold, because I think Vicky and I both stepped into that role at different points depending on what was going on, and both Bernie and Nikki took more of a passive follower type role, but they still chipped in when needed. All right, so we got to get our stuff.
Okay.
So half the stuff's in this room, and then we can just practice.
Okay. Well, let's grab, because he said we had to do it together. Okay. So your stuff first was the candle.
When we had to run around and get props and work together as a team, it was fun because we've really created some bonds with these speakers.
You got the beads. Okay, come on, get the candle.
We're stealing candles.
Okay.
Stealing candles.
Take one. And you want to do a
Is that
plant?
gum?
Yeah.
Has to be small.
That's wax.
Okay.
And we
Might
need a
be a
plant.
small plant.
Well, what about a
That
plant?
was on the table.
That's
Yeah.
too big.
And this one. That was on the table.
Everyone, I wonder if there's one outside.
Okay.
This is fake. How much time? So
So
open
we
and
said
we'll
rocks for you. And I got to grab makeup things that's downstairs in my bag.
Come.
Or outside.
Here, let's take one of these.
Like in the
That's with something hard.
There might be something outside.
maybe downstairs,
I gave
outside.
you the cue.
The key. Oh, very good.
Confidence. We were running through the house. I'm like, confidence? What is it? And here I pick up a cue stick. I said, this isn't going to help any. And I picked up the weirdest things. And I said, okay, you got to think out of the box and think of something. And people are looking at me, why are you picking those up? Because we had no time. Is that cute?
I like it.
Or is that too out?
No, that's cute. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
We got together and we came up with a concept pretty fast. And that led us off to, we thought, a fast start. But then when we got together in conference and talking about the points and how we were going to make it work, we had some real discrepancies in getting everybody to believe the points that we were trying to make.
We had to really agree upon our points and how we're going to, if you will, have everybody say their own particular point. And there were some,
I would say some honesty and some disagreement in there as far as how we were going to make that work, but we decided as a team, A, we didn't have a lot of time to go back and forth with the small details, and B, we just went with what we felt right.
We had to collaborate, we had to negotiate with one another, and me being a stickler, and I wasn't really sure if what we were trying to convey was congruent. So it took us a little bit to get our message together.
Just like you can't play the game of ping pong. You can't play there's no way you can play ping pong by yourself.
You can't play ping
And you,
How
therefore,
does that lead to leadership?
you
Just that
can't.
part.
You cannot lead. You cannot lead without people. Without interaction. Yes.
When you have 5 A personalities all leading, it's quite dynamic. And we didn't butt heads so much, but what I found from that was what a great mastermind of conversation and pulling things from each other and drawing it deeper than you typically do in most teams.
The point here is that table tennis is a sport that involves rules, and there's possibilities that the ball can go out, and there can be some failure occur. But if you reboot the ball and you get it back in play, we can continue playing. But there's always a chance that something can go wrong. But we sat in the lounge upstairs, so it was a matter of sequence of first person, second person, third person, and so on. And so we just followed a sequence, and we had different ideas about different things, and we had preferences for speaking on different aspects of it. So because of that, it was easy to put it together. It was easy to deliver at the end. So we ended up with this different, almost train carriage approach to it.
The men's versus women's challenge was the most fun and most creative experience I had tonight, because we got a chance to work as a group, and we really fused our talents. The 5 of us, we worked great together, and we really did have to think quick on our feet.
All right, because if you're opening, part of your open will be your stuff, right? Because we have 5 minutes, 1, 2, or open for a minute, then go into your stuff type of thing.
But I was going to try and cover all of our stuff in the opening, so everybody's stuff can be mentioned. Like entrepreneurship would bring out the beauty, the strength,
Okay,
the
I see what
warrior,
you're saying.
and networking.
I'm cool with that being in the opening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
like
going
so
with
everybody's
the title.
topic is covered.
I was going with the title. Yes, I like that as
You
the
get what I'm
opening,
saying?
and then we can all show because we'll be standing there in a line.
We can say
yes.
entrepreneurship brings out the beauty,
right?
The strength,
No, I'm confidence.
the confidence. Entrepreneurship has the power to bring out the beauty, the confidence,
The warrior.
the warrior,
And the relationships.
and the relationships that makes for.
So you do the open.
Yeah.
From
Okay.
there, then we each have a minute, and whoever goes last is gonna have to close it.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Strength.
Good evening, gentlemen. How did it go? Was it fun? Was it exciting? Did you learn a lot about each other? Very good. Well, I gave you all the task of taking 20 minutes to work together to create a team presentation that's 5 minutes in length based upon the topic of leadership. I'm ready now to hear your presentation.
Well, as you know, life can be considered a game, or has been considered a game, but so can leadership. And we chose to compare leadership to ping pong. In true leadership, you go through many things, different things. Sometimes it's a struggle, but you're always trying to get over that net. Sometimes you're out of bounds. Sometimes you're completely off the table. But you have to get back in the game. And a true leader knows how to get back in the game, because they know the objective is to always get over the net. No matter what the adversity, no matter whether it's the force of life, regardless of negative decisions that are being made that you have no control over, the objective is to always get over the net and to score the winning point.
One of the things we determined, Dell, was just like life and leadership, ping pong, there's rules to the game. You can't just go out there doing anything, hitting it off the wall, bouncing it off the floor. You got to go by the rules. In leadership, there's a whole lot of rules. Some of the rules is, it's not about you. It's about what you can do to empower the people on your team. That's a critical rule. When you mess up on that rule, you're no longer leading. Another rule of leadership, just like rules in ping pong, you got to keep it on the table. None of that stuff on the floor. It has to be one hit at a time. It has to bounce on both sides on your serve. And then over the net when you're returning. There's some rules in leadership like, what you're doing, is it ethical? Is it moral? Or are you doing some stuff that you know shouldn't be done?
And sometimes in the game of leadership, you have to play the game. Because in all walks of business, there are many divisions and departments. The idea with the ping pong ball and bouncing the ping pong ball was a creative idea that just came to me because I recognized that since we were talking about the topic of leadership, I recognized that there's all kinds of ups and downs in big business. And to stay fresh and on top, you have to keep playing that game. That is the game between the sales teams, the administrative people, the support and the distribution people, and you just got to keep playing the game of leadership in the organization. Now, sometimes things go awry, but you just got to get back in the game.
Now, Dale, we've heard about how you have to get the game with the paddle. We've heard how it's been compared to leadership. We know that when you deal with ping pong as well as leadership, that there are rules, but the most important thing about the game of ping pong as well as leadership is you just can't play by yourself. You can stand all day long and swing a paddle, but if there's no one on the other side, if you think you're playing or leading, you look around and you realize no one's playing the game, no one's following you. So ping pong, like leadership, is you need someone to keep you strong. You need someone to sharpen your skills. You need to make sure that you're going back and forth so when you are playing this game, you're getting better at it every day, just like leadership.
When you're a leader, you have to have rules. You have to keep your focus. When the focus goes out of the bounds, you have to go regain the focus and take it back again. When the rules are broken, you have to talk to the team. You have to look at the game, just like leadership in life.
Thank you, gentlemen.
It's a crappy talk.
Good evening, ladies. Good evening. How did it go?
Great.
Are you tired?
Mentally tired, yeah.
All right. Okay, your task was to take 20 minutes and work as a team to create a team presentation using the entire mansion as your resource to create an illustrated team message with props based on the theme of entrepreneurship. I am ready to hear your presentation.
Thank you, Delatorro. Delatorro, we stand before you representing the 12 gems of entrepreneurship. In the next 5 minutes, we're going to describe to you with everyday household items or everyday items that you will find in a household that represents the power and the strength of entrepreneurship. I will speak to you concerning the beauty of entrepreneurship. We were all able to use not only our product in the scenario, but we were able to use 3 items that dealt around our product and present it as an entrepreneurship factor. Bernie would speak on confidence, Nikki would speak on warrior, being a warrior, and
Jenny will speak on
relationship. And we'll start with Bernie.
Now, this looks just like a tool that you would use when you play pool, but actually it is strength. It is very strong. To develop confidence, you have to kind of get rid of that thin eggshell and get a stronger outer shell and not take things so personally when you feel like your confidence is being tested. The cue is, I say, it's kind of like a clue, but you have to sometimes reach really far to get to your confidence. It seems like it's a mile away, but the cue also is very strong at this point. But when your confidence isn't very strong, it's here. As you get more confidence, it's thicker. You get much more strength.
And I represent the beauty of entrepreneurship. See, I have in my hand 3 cosmetic items that we use on an everyday basis as women. The first I present to you is the foundation. Being an entrepreneur, you develop a strong foundation. You begin to learn who you are. You establish a foundation where you can help others, and then you establish a foundation what you can grow from. I have the next item is a lipstick. It's the lipsticks of joy. Every time somebody see you, because you're dominating in your business, your lips are shining beautifully, you're growing as an entrepreneur, it makes others smile. And lastly, I have for you is the mascara. With the mascara, you can make beautiful long lashes, and the long lashes represents the endurance and the power and the strength that you will have as a strong entrepreneur for years to come as you build. Thank you.
And I'm Jenny O, and I represent relationships when it comes to entrepreneurship. And an everyday necklace. This is like the relationships in your life. It's just a chain of relationships. It means nothing when it's aligned. I can't use this necklace without hooking it together. So when you hook it together and you connect all of your relationships in your life, you're able to grow businesses and you're able to have sustainable businesses with people in the industry. Once you have the relationships, and you'll have to water them. And that's what this plant represents, is that you have to consistently water them, because if you don't, it'll die. Just like your business, when you're having an entrepreneurial business, if you don't water it, it's gone.
And I'm Nikki Wilson. I'm representing Warrior Strength. The first strategy in Warrior Strength in achieving an entrepreneur is to let go of what appears to be comfortable, what appears to be decorative and attractive, because all it does is hold you down and prevent you from moving forward. Once you've let go, you need to cut away all adversity, all challenges, any kind of anything that's going to prevent you from moving forward as an entrepreneur. And lastly, you must seek within yourself in order to become an entrepreneur.
We presented to you 12 Power Pack principles that you can take and grow from. Thank you.
Fantastic, ladies. Thank you so much. Very good job. Very good job.
Nikki Wilson, I need to see you in the cellar. Nikki, what's up?
Why am I in the cellar?
Because I have a question for you. Okay. And the question is, what are you waiting for? You have an awesome brand. You have an awesome passion. You have an awesome cause. But I feel like you're still hesitating to really put it out there. And I don't know why. You got a great look. You've got great promo. But I feel like there's still a level of hustle that's missing, and I'm wondering what's going on with that.
I'm still wanting to cling on to a plan B.
Like what? The job?
Yes, the
Okay.
job. Even though I know that that's not what I really want to do.
Okay, I mean, but that's not an excuse. I mean, you know how to work the job and build the dream on the side. I mean, I wrote a book about it. Hello, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I've done it myself. But I guess I still don't understand why there's the hesitation. I give you tasks, I give you assignments, I give you things to work on, and you say, okay, I'm going to get to it, and then weeks go by and I don't see the fruit. But you're this amazing, like, G.I. Jane, like, live super shero.
Yeah.
What's missing?
I need to implement the Shiro for me instead of telling other people. I need to embody the Shiro.
So why don't you want to do it for you? Why isn't Nikki worth it? Why isn't Nikki good enough to deserve her hustle?
Oh. I do deserve it.
You do?
I do deserve it.
So why do you shortchange Nikki and you put a Band-Aid on it called the job.
Yeah.
And being a wife and all that other crap that's not even the issue.
Yeah.
It's easier.
Yes, it's easier. It's
Right.
comfortable.
It's safe.
It's safe.
But you're bored.
I'm bored.
Out of your mind.
Yes, I am very bored. I need to. Yeah, you're right.
What's interesting about your presentations is you do a good job presenting, but I only get half of you because you can only come from a place where you authentically are. So you can only pretend on Toastmaster stages and all the other stages for so long. And what I'm looking for and I'm waiting for from you is to step into that warrior goddess. You can't get on stage and say, pull out your warrior, unleash your inner warrior, and you're still sitting in there a wimp.
Yeah, ooh.
And I'm seeing so much progress. I mean, you should look at the pictures that I've seen from you from earlier this year to now. Everybody sees the amazing progress that you're making. But I know that you could be making that progress a lot faster and a lot more powerfully if you value Nikki more. Nikki deserves a great business. Nikki deserves to be paid. Nikki deserves to be compensated. Nikki deserves to have subcontractors working for her. Nikki deserves to have a banner. Nikki deserves to have postcards in the mail. Nikki deserves to have a killer website. Nikki just has to celebrate and believe in Nikki. Not the job, not the titles, not any of that other crap. That's what I'm waiting for from you. Your message will change, your business will explode when Nikki values Nikki. The world is waiting on you. The team is waiting on you. I'm waiting on you. And every audience that you touch is getting a fraction of who I know you really are. And I see through it. You can only fake that stance for so long. I need the warrior that registered herself for the Navy to now take her career, her speaking career, her publishing career, and pursue it with the same passion that you did everything else that you've done. Will you make me a promise that as of today, you will value Nikki?
Yes. Yes, I will.
Promise me.
I promise you. I promise you.
Oh,
oh yeah. Oh. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
That way.
Okay, I'm leaving.
My friend, you've got to know the power of your story. Your story is where all your wealth is. It's where all your power is. It's where all your content really, truly is. You know, in this world of content everywhere, online, social media, YouTube, there's content galore. We are on content overload as a society. What I think is missing, though, is people's powerful personal stories. Because think about it. Sales is sales, leadership is leadership, goal setting is goal setting, peak performance is peak performance. I could listen to 10 speakers that talk on goal setting, and I guarantee you the principles that they're teaching about are going to be probably about 80% the same. But what makes each speaker different and unique is their personal story that they've wrapped around that content. So I want to challenge you to learn the power of your story, because from the time you were born to where you are right now, your story has been being written. And there are life lessons and principles and strategies and stories and anecdotes and metaphors and analogies in your life story that will change this world. Somebody, some audience needs to hear the power of your story. So my friend, understand that you have value in and of itself, simply in the power of your own personal story.
On the next episode of the Keynote, can they handle the lights? The contestants are charged with learning the ins and outs of media training so that they can present themselves to the media in the best way possible. Judged by national celebrity TV host H. John Mejia, the contestants go head-to-head in challenging interviews to see if they've got what it takes to be considered credible national experts. Afterwards, the contestants enjoy their third fine dining experience in the mansion, and later on, the contestants get a chance to further prove their expertise by showing us the products that they've cultivated through the infamous product reveal ceremony. Emotions run high as our next contestant goes into the cellar. I'm looking to see who's going to win the mic, who's going to rise to the occasion, and ultimately, who's going to become the keynote.